Welcome to the Graduation Coach Campaign's video series. The Graduation Coach Campaign is an initiative in Philadelphia that is committed to supplying adults with the information they need to help students graduate high school and move on to college and successful careers. You can find more videos like this one at phillygradcoach.org. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay up to date on new videos as they are released. Please feel free to pause, rewind, and rewatch this video at any time to get the most out of your viewing experience. Hello, my name is Saya Hormozi and I'm the director of the Graduation Coach Campaign. The information for this video was provided to us by Mighty Writers. Mighty Writers is a nonprofit organization that engages local writing professionals to work with kids and teens. You can find Mighty Writers sites in South and West Philadelphia, and all of their programs are free. Mighty Writers has been working with students on the college essay since 2009. They believe it is the most important part of the college application, that it's the one moment where your student gets to speak directly about his or her identity, life, and experience. Your job as a coach is to help them identify the personal qualities and life experiences that will help them stand out from the crowd. In your student's junior year, you and your student should begin researching and identifying colleges to which your student would like to apply. For a little guidance on this process, watch the Graduation Coach Campaign's video entitled Choosing a College. Once you've started looking into schools, create a folder for each college and identify the required essay question or questions for each application. Over 500 colleges now accept the Common Application, which could save your student a lot of time. The Common Application allows your student to fill out an application for college once online and then send it to any colleges that accept the Common Application. It's important to note, however, that not all colleges and universities accept the Common App. Be sure to check with the college your student is applying to see if they accept it. 5 Common Application essay questions for the 2014-15 application are good examples of the kind of essay questions you will see on many college and scholarship essays. Some of the 2014-2015 college essay questions were: Number 1. Some students have a background or story that is so central to their identity that they believe their application would be incomplete without it. If this sounds like you, then please share your story. 2. Recount an incident or time when you experienced failure. How did it affect you? And what lessons did you learn? 3. Reflect on a time when you challenged a belief or idea. What prompted you to act? Would you make the same decision again? Discussing topics like these, even before the student begins writing the college essay, will lead to important conversations about the qualities and experiences that set your student apart from other applicants. So, what are the steps in planning a college essay? In the case of the college essay, the writing process can take several weeks or more. So take note of the deadlines and start early in order to have plenty of time to write and revise. First, begin by checking your students' deadlines. Each college has its own deadline, even when using the Common Application, so it's a good idea to get an early account of all the application due dates. Have your student begin the college essay portion of the application 6 to 8 weeks before the deadline to give them plenty of time to write and revise. Second, read the essay question together several times. Make sure you both understand exactly what is being asked. If there are any new vocabulary words in the question, look them up. If your student answers a slightly different question or misunderstands it altogether, they risk a poor first impression with their reader. Let's look at an essay question from the Common Application and begin breaking it into smaller pieces to help your student outline their answer. The question is, reflect on a time when you challenged a belief or idea. What prompted you to act? Would you make the same decision again? There are 3 parts to this. First, reflect on a time when you challenged a belief or idea. To do this, your student will have to tell the reader about a very specific event from their past, provide background information so that the reader can put the story in context, and describe the specific place and time when the event took place, as well as how they were feeling. That's a lot. In this example, most of your student's essay will probably be comprised of this story, told with as much detail and insight as they can. Then there's the second part to the question. What prompted you to act? Here is another reason it is important to read the question thoroughly before your student begins writing. Chances are, what prompted them to act or what motivated them is something they want to highlight toward the beginning of the essay. Just make sure they include this information at the appropriate point in the essay. Thirdly, would you make the same decision again? To answer this, your student will have to think about what has changed in their life and experience since that time. They need to reflect on whether or not they would make the decision again and why or why not. This portion of the question could be answered in a reflective paragraph at the end of the essay. After you have both read the question and understand what it is asking, engage your student in a conversation about the question. Ask them probing questions such as, what thoughts and ideas does this question bring up for you? What stories from your past does this question make you think of? Or, would you have answered the question differently when you were younger? Why or why not? What does that difference say about how you have grown or changed in the past few years? Depending on your relationship, it may be difficult at first to draw the answers out of your student. Don't give up. It takes time and care to build trusting relationships that will allow students to open up to you as a coach. For some great tips on how to listen to your student and draw their stories out, read this article from the Tutor newsletter, Connecting with Kids, Communication Strategies for Volunteers. Listen carefully, ask pointed questions, and be consistent, and you will find your student's stories. Once you and your student have discussed the question, it's time to brainstorm. The goal of brainstorming is to generate many different points, anecdotes, and ideas around a specific theme. During a brainstorm, your student should get as many ideas onto the page as possible. Encourage them to let go of their inner editor and write down all ideas. They shouldn't judge whether an idea is good or bad at this point. Although there are many different kinds of brainstorming techniques, we will look at the two most common. According to the Writing Center at the University of North Carolina, there are two main reasons to brainstorm. The first reason to brainstorm is when your student can't think of anything to write. You might find that your student feels blank about the topic, devoid of inspiration, or full of anxiety about the essay in general. In this case, brainstorming encourages your student to dig into their creative side to find connections and ideas. Another reason to brainstorm is when your student has too many ideas. There will be times when your student has too much chaos in his or her brain and needs to bring in some conscious order. In this case, brainstorming forces their random thoughts onto the page, giving them some concrete words that you can then help them arrange in a logical order. The following examples of brainstorming are taken from an essay about the American Dream by an 11th grade mighty writer. The first and most common type of brainstorming is building a list of bullet points or ideas. As you can see, the student's brainstorm consists of a number of different types of ideas in list form. Remember, in brainstorming, there are no wrong answers. A second type of easy brainstorm involves making a word web or an idea map. These can be simple or complicated. Here is a simple idea map in which the same student brainstorms a question about the broad topic, American Dream, in order to bring greater focus to her essay. For more information on brainstorming and to learn about other ways to do so, follow this link to an excellent resource provided by the Writing Center at the University of North Carolina. After your student has brainstormed a number of different ideas and directions, it is time to begin organizing them in a clear outline. For an example, let's return to the question discussed earlier. reflect on a time when you challenged a belief or idea. What prompted you to act? Would you make the same decision again? After brainstorming a number of ideas and drawing the topic to focus on one specific event, a student outline might look something like this. Outlines need not be long or detailed. They should highlight the main ideas and stories that your student wants to convey, and they should address all parts of the essay question. In the outline, your student should also begin thinking about a strong conclusion. A good college essay conclusion should connect the content of the essay to a trait or traits that the student will bring to their experience as a college student. It will also convince the reader that this student is a good fit for the college because of these traits. So, let's replay the highlights. There are 4 main steps to the pre-writing process for the college essay. They are: number 1, check your application deadlines. 2, discuss the essay question to better understand what it is asking. 3, brainstorm. And 4, create an outline. So, what's the next step? To begin this process, create a timeline of application deadlines. Then, organize application information, including the due date and essay question or questions, into a folder. Use one folder for each college. Keeping all of your materials in one place will help you go through the process with clarity and direction. Once you and your student have completed each one of these steps, it is time to begin writing the essay. At this time, you'll want to watch part 2 of this video, Writing the College Essay, to learn how you can continue to support your student to finish this important process. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, Mighty Writers offers long and short-term college essay workshops, mentorships, and other opportunities to help teens with the college essay. To check for upcoming opportunities, go to mightywriters.org. To stay up to date on all the latest graduation coach information, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. And for more information on other ways to support your student and more videos like this one, go to youtube.com/gradcoachcampaign.